right, hello everybody. It's Coach Arroyo coming to you from the Neil Cummins Gym, filming another lesson. We're going to kind of continue our theme from last week a bit and expand a little bit. So once again, we're kind of using balloons as our object that we're kind of learning with this week. And we did some lessons with the balloons last week too. This week we're going to expand it and we're going to bring in an implement. This is a small paddle that we're going to use a little bit to hit the balloon and keep it up in the air and do a couple things with that. And then the second part is going to be a little fun game that I wanted to show you called balloon or beach ball tennis, which is one that you can play with a partner. But the first thing we're going to do is just do a little bit of work by yourselves. So I have a medium-sized balloon here, and I have my striking implement, my paddle. And what we're going to do is we're just going to practice hitting it up in the air and just keeping it up with the paddle, okay? You can hit it this way. You can also hit it like this. Notice how I'm really watching it hit my paddle. And this is really great to work on your hand-eye coordination. And it's similar to hitting it with your hand, except for I think it's a little bit harder because you're holding something. If you're feeling really good with one hand and you want to experiment using the other hand, maybe you'll find that there's a difference between hands. Most of us have a dominant hand. So that's really fun to practice with the paddle. Now the other cool thing about this is you can try using different implements, things that you hold, to hit the balloon. So that was with a paddle. You could use a frisbee. This is a frisbee, and I can use the frisbee to hit it up in the air, keep it up in the air with the frisbee. That's kind of fun. You'll notice that each implement that I'm using is a little bit different. The frisbee is pretty similar to the paddle, except for I have to hold it like this on the edge. I don't have a handle. It's kind of the big difference there. But it's flat, it's big, and I can keep it up in the air with that. But the two other things I wanted to show you are a little bit different. This is a foam bat. So the foam bat now, the striking is here. So that's going to be a little bit harder with a foam bat to keep it up in the air, okay? And it's kind of fun. You can try to set a personal record, like see if you can get like 50 in a row maybe, or maybe you can get more than 50, maybe you get less than 50, but it's kind of fun. You can try to set a personal record on how long you can keep it up in the air. And notice that I have to move my feet wherever it goes, okay? That's a foam bat. This is the pool noodle that I've cut in half. I use these for tagging a lot. So this is a pool noodle. And this one's not quite as firm. So this one's a little bit harder. And this is a lot of fun. So this is keeping it up in the air with the pool noodle. And I'm finding this a little bit, this is probably the hardest, I would say, out of the four that I've used, because it bends. So that's a little idea on how to practice with different things and find things around the house that you can use with your balloons and have fun with it. And after you've warmed up for a while, I'm going to show you the next game, which is the tennis, which is kind of similar to the volleyball, but a little bit different because you're going to use an implement and play your balloon tennis or beach ball tennis. Okay, everybody, have fun with that. Practice, practice. So this is kind of the second part of this video, and this is going to be the balloon tennis portion. And I've got these pads set up here, and these are going to kind of be my net, and I'm going to show you a couple ideas on how to do this balloon tennis. But I do have a surprise, and I do have a special guest, because tennis, you can't play by yourself. So I am lucky enough to have a special guest that I brought to you, and here she is. And those of you at Neil Cummins, maybe you kind of know who this is. Maybe you're saying to yourself, that kind of looks like Miss Claubert. Miss Claubert is the Neil Cummins music teacher. And if you go to Neil Cummins, you already knew that. But these videos are for Cove and Neil Cummins. So if you're a Cove student, you maybe don't know who Miss Claubert is, but she is the music teacher over here at Neil Cummins. So we have a music teacher at Cove, and we have one at Neil Cummins too. So she can come around now and get ready. So,
hi everyone.
For this video, so we each have a paddle, and first of all, I'm gonna grab a balloon, and then Miss Claubert, you can grab a balloon. So what we're gonna do first is we're just gonna kind of be on either side of the net. Now the net, once again, is a barrier that I use pads. Now I know a lot of you aren't gonna have pads, gymnastics pads, to use. So ideas for a net. Chairs are kind of a common thing that you could use. You could set up chairs and you could hit the balloon over chairs. You could use a rope. You could use a couch. So anything that you have to hit the balloon over will work. We're gonna get warmed up a little bit, and then I'll kind of tell you a little bit about this game, and hopefully you try it and have some fun. So we're just gonna kind of do some self-rallying, and we're just gonna get warmed up, hitting it to ourselves, and just kind of getting a feel for the balloons and how they hit off the rackets, and just kind of get used to that, okay? You can hit it underhand like this, right? Or you can hit it overhand like that. So if it's up high, you want to probably hit it overhand like this. If it's low, you can hit it underhand, okay? And in the first part of the video, we were just practicing this. So I really suggest kind of getting good at this part first before you try to play the tennis. Because the tennis is a little bit different, but they're both really great. Okay, we'll just go for a little bit longer, and then we'll stop, and then we'll go over the game a little bit. All right, how's it feel, Miss Claubert?
This is so awesome.
See?
This is fun.
Okay, so now we're gonna talk about the game a little bit. So in the game, one person is on one side of the net, and then the other person stands on the other side of the net. We'll have Miss Claubert get on the other side. And then, let's see, how about Miss Claubert, I'll put this balloon away, okay? So whoever has the balloon and starts, they're gonna try to hit it over the barrier, and they wanna land it on the other side. You don't want it to hit the ground, okay? Now, if it hits the ground and you wanna do points, you can do that. Or you can just play for fun. We're not gonna keep track of score. We're just gonna have fun and not keep track of points. Now, in the first round, I'm gonna play that, I call it unlimited hits, meaning that when it comes to my side, I can hit it to myself and then hit it over whenever I'm ready. Now, in real tennis, you can only use one hit, but this is a different game. So the first round, we're gonna play unlimited hits, and we're gonna play that for maybe like 30 seconds or a minute or so. So here we go, we're gonna try it.
All right, and I start with unlimited hits too, Coach Ryan?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can just hit it and then hit it over whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Who's it gonna make it?
Oh. Do I get to hit it again?
Oh yeah. There we go. Oh, nice. Oh, good one. Uh-oh, I don't think that's over. So now we're using, sometimes we use more hits than others. It kind of depends on what you feel. Oh, and it hits the ground. So that was unlimited hits, and sometimes we did 1 or 2 hits, And there's no real rule about that, just whatever feels right. Okay, we'll try again. This time, you can only hit it a maximum of 3 times. So you can't just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and keep going. You can do 1 hit, 2 hits, or 3. Kind of like volleyball. Ready, service. Nice one. 1, 2, 3. So she's gonna use all of them. I'm just gonna use. Whoa! That one like really went weird. So that one kind of, it's unpredictable. Okay,
All right.
service for Miss Clobber. Good one. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh no.
I think I got it. Oh, it went on my side. So point for Miss Clobber. Okay, now we're gonna play. You can only get 2 hits. So if you don't get it over in 2 hits, the other person gets a point. Okay? All right, here we go. Service.
Ooh, that was a good shot, Coach Royal.
Thanks.
Ah!
There's my second. 1, 2. Oh, the slam. Point for Miss Clobber. So Miss Clobber got that point. Okay, the last game, this is gonna be hard. We're gonna try it. You have to hit it over with just 1 hit. So you only get 1 hit to hit it over, and that's gonna be the game. So this is gonna be tough. We'll try it. Service.
Oh, wow.
I think you gotta really smack it.
I'm trying, Coach Royal. I'm trying. Oh no! Ah!
Oh, point for Miss Clobber.
Oh my God.
All right, Miss Clobber can come around. So I don't know, did you think that was fun?
Oh, I had a great time doing that. Thanks, Coach Royal.
So that's just an example of, these are just really fun games you can just make up at your house with a balloon. You can use rackets. You could use, you could use a Frisbee to hit it. That's another option. So if you didn't have a racket, you could use a Frisbee. You could use your hand, which is kind of like the volleyball. But hopefully you try this, have fun with it, and try it for at least 30 minutes and practice and have fun. Okay, bye everybody.